Stand by for action. Stand by for action.
All right. Here we are. Welcome back to Bescheuertes Kurzes Bein. My name is Lea, and welcome back to the IPL. Give me just a second to. I recently rearranged my the elements on my screen in my OBS, so that will have to go. That can come back, and that will go, and we will also get the countdown of the screen. So, well, hello. Welcome back to my the IPL coverage in cooperation with Guerrilla Cricket. I'm doing the matches, or I'm doing some of the matches that they can't do in a similar style, because we are basically operating in similar cricket commentary spheres. Have a lot of mutual friends and stuff like that. So, because Guerrilla Cricket will only do one match every week for the IPL 2026, I said, okay, I will ease everyone's withdrawal symptoms by covering some of the games, or as many of the games as I can that they don't cover. So, yeah, I'm guessing most of the people are coming over from Guerrilla Cricket anyway, so you know how this works. Please go ahead and be merry in the chat. I will get to your social media posts in between overs or when there's a break in play, stuff like that. Let's have a look. Yeah, Muttley is with us. He's asking, how am I doing? Yeah, very well. Thank you very much, Muttley. As he always says, morning, afternoon peeps, love and sausages. I'm missing the primates there, Muttley. Not gonna lie. Yeah, so I'm doing very, very well. Thank you very much, everyone. Please do not forget to click on the like button beneath this live stream. And if you are new here, also don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you don't want to miss anything here. Check out my partners in crime, Guerrilla Cricket. You can find where you can listen to them over there, and the YouTube channel for Guerrilla Cricket is also linked in the down below. That is the description for this live stream. So, but you can also find their YouTube account over on this website, guerillacricket.com. So, yeah, what has happened in the IPL since we last spoke, or since the last Guerrilla Cricket broadcast? Something has happened. Something remarkable has happened. First of all, Jasprit Bumrah now has one more wicket than the Fizz in this edition of the IPL, which is of course a joke because the Fizz was dropped by Kolkata Knight Riders after pressure was applied by the government to drop the Fizz, who is a Bangladeshi national, and for bullshit political reasons, the KKR owners were forced to drop their most expensive player. So Jasprit Bumrah yesterday took a single wicket. I think it was a single wicket against the Chennai Super Kings, and Mumbai Indians lost that match convincingly. but he now has one more wicket than the Fizz in this edition of the IPL. And something else remarkable happened yesterday, because Sanju Samson became just the 5th Indian player to make multiple centuries in a T20 season. The first one, let me see if I can get them in order. I think I know the 5. First one has to be Virat Kohli, and I think Kohli is also the only one who managed it in multiple seasons. I think 2016 and 23. For the other ones, except for Sanju Samson, I don't think I can remember the years. I was looking at my Blue Sky feed because I think ESPN Crick Info made a post about it yesterday. But the 5 Indian players who made multiple centuries in a single IPL seasons. Here goes. Virat Kohli is number 1. KL Rahul was the second one. The third one, I think, was Shikhar Dhawan. The fourth one was Shubman Gill. And now we have a 5th one in Sanju Samson, who made his second century of this season against the Mumbai Indians. But now going back to our match, I can tell you that the Royal Challengers Bangalore have won the toss. They have decided to field in their last home game at the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru for the group stage of this IPL. I don't know if there will be any playoff matches in the Chinnaswamy, but they will take on the Gujarat Titans. Both teams have lost their most recent matches. Royal Challengers Bangalore lost against the... oh no, that's the Gujarat Titans. The Gujarat Titans lost against the Mumbai Indians. Only the second win of the season for Mumbai Indians, but they beat the Gujarat Titans. And the Royal Challengers Bangalore were bested by the Delhi Capitals. So let's have a look. Royal Challengers Bangalore currently the 3rd in the table, and Gujarat Titans occupy the 7th spot. The playing 11s, I will have a look if I can see the playing 11s. I don't think they have the impact sub options listed yet, but I do have the playing 11s. Let's start with the Gujarat Titans, as they are going to bat first after losing the toss. So their batting first 11 consists of captain Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan opening the batting. The Universe Joss Butler, the keeper, is at number 3. Gill is obviously the captain. I forgot to say that. Sorry about that. They are playing an all-rounder in Washington Sundar at 4. Then another all-rounder is following him in Jason Holder. Then Shah Rukh Khan, not the part owner of the Kolkata Knight Riders, but the specialist batsman Shah Rukh Khan is at number 6. Number 7 is Rahul Tewatia, who is always a wild card. Number 8 will be everyone's favorite Khan, that is Rashid Khan. Number 9 is Manav Sutta, another bowling all-rounder. Kagiso Rabada and Mohammad Siraj will be the specialist bowlers in this lineup. So not very surprising there. A very all-rounder heavy lineup, and because of the impact sub feature or rule, they will sub out one of their top order batsmen, I think, for the second innings, bring in a third specialist bowler, and then hope that they can get the missing 8 overs. Hope that they can get them from part-timers. That's what I was going to say. So let's go to the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Virat Kohli and Devdutt Padikkal are set to open the innings. They will be followed by captain Rajat Patidar at number 3. Keeper Jitesh Sharma is at number 4. Tim David at number 5. Romario Shepherd, that's the first all-rounder for the Royal Challengers Bangalore in their bowling first lineup. He is followed by Krunal Pandya, because Krunal Pandya is best Pandya, and also his brother is playing for Mumbai Indians. So Krunal Pandya is at 7. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar will be at number 8. Josh Hazlewood at 9. Suyash Sharma at number 10. And Rasik Salam at number 11, which is an interesting lineup. They have 1, 2, 3, 4... They have 4 specialist bowlers in the 11 already. As I said just a few minutes ago, Gujarat Titans will only be able to field 3 specialist bowlers because they have 2 in the batting first 11, 1 impact sub. That will be a bowler. That's pretty much a given. The Royal Challengers Bangalore will absolutely put in a batter. Interesting. I can now see the impact sub options for the Gujarat Titans. Only one specialist bowler, Prasidh Krishna, the paceman, is their only specialist bowler in the 5 possible impact subs, while Royal Challengers Bangalore have Jacob Bethel, Jordan Cox, Mangesh Yadav. Those are all-rounders. Vicky Oswald is a possible spin option, and Venkatesh Iyer. So interestingly enough, the Royal Challengers Bangalore don't have any specialist batting options in their 5 possible impact subs, while the Gujarat Titans only have 1 possible specialist bowler in their impact sub selection. That is Prasidh Krishna, and here's my 2 cents. I think they will sub in Prasidh Krishna after the first innings. But let's have a look what else is going on here. We are about 2 minutes away from the first ball to be delivered at the home stadium of the Royal Challengers Bangalore, the Chinnaswamy Stadium. There is the huddle of the Royal Challengers Bangalore lineup, and it looks like, no, it's not Virat Kohli. It looks like it is indeed Captain Rajat Patidar who is giving the pep talk. Interestingly enough, during the huddles for example, the Mumbai Indians, there were a few occasions where I think it was Jasprit Bumrah who was giving the pep talk and not Captain Hardik Pandya, even during matches in which Hardik Pandya played. But it looks like business as usual for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Now they're coming out onto the field, and there are the Gujarat Titans opening batsmen. Let me have a look, or was it? Is Virat Kohli not actually wearing the number 18 in the IPL? As we are seeing that it looks like Josh Hazlewood is going to open the bowling for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. And why not Josh Hazlewood? Definitely one of the better options to open your bowling at the Chinnaswamy. I will keep you updated who actually did the pep talk. I only saw that they had their heads very, very close together. I could only see the backs of the players, and it is always a challenge to see who it is, especially with who's it? I think Punjab Kings and Royal Challengers Bangalore are amongst the worst offenders in this case, or in this category, because they have a lot of red in their kits, and the numbers on their backs are in reflective gold, as are the names. And especially during night matches, you can sometimes have a problem with reading the names and the numbers on the back, just because of the glare from the floodlights that this reflective gold paint or gold coloring produces. And now I have to correct myself. It was Josh Hazlewood who was warming up, who was testing his run-up just a few moments earlier, but it looks like Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is going to bowl the actual first over, so I am guessing that Josh Hazlewood will bowl the second over. So let's see if Bhuvi can find some swing first up in this match, as we are underway, and in comes Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. He is bowling right arm over the wicket to the left-hander. Let me just get back to my scorecard. Yeah, he is bowling to Sudarshan, the left-hander, who is off the mark straight away with a single. Gujarat Titans are underway, one without loss after one delivery. The field is being reset now a bit by Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, as the captain of the Gujarat Titans is coming on to strike. He obviously a right-hander, Shubman Gill. He is now taking strike. I can't see the field. There is a slip in place for Shubman Gill as Bhuvaneshwar Kumar comes in right arm over the wicket. This one is on a length outside of stump, and it is pushed out to point by Shubman Gill, and that is the first dot ball of the innings, of the match. And because the IPL has a promotion with some entity or other, they are planting 19 trees for every dot ball. Now I can see a bit more of the field. There's short third man, there is point, there is cover. Played straight down the ground from Shubman Gill, gets past Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who was continuing to bowl right arm over the wicket, and that is a single for Shubman Gill. So captain of the Gujarat Titans now off the mark. The danger or the peril of a duck has been avoided. Gujarat Titans 2 without loss. Sai Sudarshan is back on strike, the left-hander. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar continuing right arm over the wicket, angles one across Sai Sudarshan, who gets an outside edge that flies past third man and finds the boundary, first boundary of the match. Gujarat Titans 6 without loss after 4 deliveries have been bowled in the first over of this final match of the group stage to take place at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. So, Sudarshan on 5 of 2, Shubman Gill is at the non-strikers end, he is on 1 of 2. His strike rate, Sai Sudarshan's strike rate versus Bhuvaneshwar Kumar in T20s is an underwhelming 100 exactly, as Bhuvaneshwar Kumar produces another dot ball. So we are up to 38 new trees planted for this match so far. Final delivery of the first over coming up as Gujarat Titans remain on 6 without loss. In comes Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, and there is still a slip, and this one is defended out into the offside. Virat Kohli from cover is running in, fielding it, but not before the Gujarat Titans batsman can run through for a quick single. So 7 without loss after 1 over for the Gujarat Titans after, as I said, 1 over. Sai Sudarshan on 6 of 4, Shubman Gill 1 of 2, and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar 1 over, no maidens, 7 runs, and no wicket. Let's have a look at your live chat. Reminder again, if you are new here, please go ahead, use the chat, and first of all, you can always talk to the other listeners, and you can always ask anything you want to know from me, or you can just give some feedback or your predictions or stuff like that. And I said it earlier, it is Josh Hazlewood who will open the bowling together with Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Loud appeal. First ball of Hazlewood's over as he is bowling right arm over the wicket and hits Sai Sudarshan above the knee roll, but the ball was pitching outside leg. The replay shows he didn't angle it across enough, so pitching outside leg. No way there is any merit in that LBW appeal. Another dot ball after that one. And Gujarat Titans remain on 7 without loss. Since the last match, Phil Salt has been moved out of the playing 11, and Devdutt Padikkal has been brought in to take his place as opener. Phil Salt, I think there was a golden duck in it, and some very, very good innings as well, as now Sai Sudarshan can find a couple of runs toward deep square leg, and the Gujarat Titans move on to 9 without loss, as we are seeing the impact sub options. Yes, indeed, they have only one specialist bowling option, and that is Prasid Krishna. Which means they would have 3 specialist bowlers in the playing 11 for the second innings. So yeah, they are going to have to get 2 overs worth of all-rounder or part-timer bowling, which might actually be interesting, especially against a side that is as good at chasing as the Royal Challengers Bangalore are. Hazlewood bowls a wide, has to re-bowl that one, comes in right arm over the wicket to the left-hander Sai Sudarshan, who is still on strike, and it rises on Sai Sudarshan, and he angles his bat outside his off stump, but the bounce beats the top edge of Sai Sudarshan's bat. It is taken behind the stumps by Jitesh Sharma, and there is no run. 10 without loss. In comes Josh Hazlewood, and this one is hammered with an under edge into the ground right in front of his feet by Sai Sudarshan, and there is no run. 10 without loss. One more delivery left in Josh Hazlewood's first over of the innings. As we are seeing the replay, and Sai Sudarshan hits the ball from Hazlewood really, really hard. So hard that his bottom hand is coming off the bat in his follow-through. And Hazlewood, now he pulls his line back towards the leg side, and it is glanced into the leg side by Sai Sudarshan. I think the Gujarat Titans have run a single here. It's not a leg glance. He missed that, and it is given as leg byes. The umpires had a bit of a conversation there, and then decided that he didn't get any bat on it. Doesn't really matter in terms of the team total. Gujarat Titans move on to 11 without loss after 2 overs, and Sai Sudarshan also retains the strike. The run rate 5.5, and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar returns. for his second over, none for 7 of his first. And let's have a look at the chat. Brian in Brisbane has joined us. Hello and hola from Gibraltar. No view today as shrouded in mist. Oh, that's yeah. Well, weather here is okay, and here in Germany, and I can't tell you exactly what the weather is like in Bengaluru because it's a night game, and yeah, I mean it's because all the cameras, if they are pointing up, are pointed straight into into the floodlights. I can't really tell you if there is any cloud cover or what it's like. Sai Sudarshan gets an outside edge that pierces the offside field behind point and finds the boundary that is only the I think that's the second boundary of the innings. Indeed it is. There is a slip and there is a short third, and Sai Sudarshan gets an outside edge that pierces those two positions, flies straight between them. The next delivery from Bhuvaneshwar is another dot ball, and then another defensive shot into the leg side from Sai Sudarshan that also produces a dot ball. So 4 ... thus far in Bhuvaneshwar Kumar's second innings. And now we are seeing replays from 3 years ago when Bhuvaneshwar Kumar was still playing for the Sunrisers Hyderabad. In he comes, right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Sai Sudarshan, who fends one out to the left of point, and I think that is Krunal Pandya who is running after it, who can't cut it off, and that is the second boundary of the over for Sai Sudarshan, who moves on to 16 of 14. The run rate is recovering quite a bit, even though this is only the third boundary of the innings, and we are in the third over of the match already. 19 without loss, the Gujarat Titans. In comes Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, right arm over the wicket, played straight back towards the bowler by Sai Sudarshan, dot ball. So two boundaries, 3 dot balls in the second over for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Shubman Gill is Sai Sudarshan's opening partner. He is at the non-strikers and he's won 1 of 2. Final delivery coming up of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar's second over. Currently he has figures of none for 15. In he comes again, right arm over the wicket, and this one is flicked off his hip. There is a fielder at deep backward square leg that is fielded without any fuss, but Sai Sudarshan is able to retain the strike with a single. Not a very quick single. It is a very leisurely jogged single for the for the Gujarat Titans. 9 runs came off the third over, and that makes it an even 20 without loss for Gujarat Titans. Sai Sudarshan on 17 of 16. Shubman Gill 1 of 2. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar after 2 overs with figures of none for 16. Let's have a look. Yeah, everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps a small channel like mine out. And check out our partners Guerrilla Cricket, as we have the first change of bowling. Rasik replaces Josh Hazelwood. So basically like for like, in the sense that a right armour replaces another right armour. And he produces a dot ball first up as he is bowling to Sai Sudarshan. Some stupid AI advertisements on my screen at the moment. In he comes, right arm over the wicket, and that is a very, very unseemly lap pull from Sai Sudarshan. Doesn't really matter. He finds the boundary at mid-wicket, as we are seeing replays. Sai Sudarshan mistimes his shot a bit, but he finds the gap on the leg side. Doesn't matter. Well, aesthetics are only for the purist. No, well, the purists can see beyond the aesthetics. Let's put it that way. In comes Rasik again. Right arm over the wicket. Uppercut this time from Sai Sudarshan. And who is that? Out in the deep, the fielder. He is coming from a deep third man, trying to cut it off about a meter inside the boundary. Can't get there fast enough. And that is a second 4 to Sai Sudarshan. Now, I was looking for who that is. Who was that? No, doesn't say who the fielder out in the deep was. Looked like some of the overseas player. Currently, my pictures have turned into a slideshow again. Now we're back. So, a couple of quick singles now. So, Sudarshan is back on strike for the final delivery of Rasik's first over. Gujarat Titans 30 without loss. In comes Rasik, right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Sai Sudarshan, who again fans him out to deep backward point. This time he plowed that fielder that couldn't prevent the 4 earlier in the over. And they run a single. So Sai Sudarshan retains the strike again. Shubman Gill on 2 of 3 at the non-strikers end. Sai Sudarshan 27 of 21 at the strikers end. Gujarat Titans 31 without loss after 4. The run rate is 7.75. And Rasik Sanam ends his first over with figures of none for 11. And yeah, I mean, that's it's obviously it is good for the team that they have not yet lost any wickets in the first power play. But that run rate though, if I'm remembering correctly, the Chinnaswamy tends to slow down after the power play. The runs tend to dry up, so you need to make hay while the sun is shining. As Josh Hazlewood now replaces Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. So, after the first 2 overs, Josh Hazlewood just changed ends. And he comes in, right arm over the wicket, angled across Sai Sudarshan, who steps away to the offside, looking to scoop, gets an edge that just very narrowly avoids his own stumps. And keeper Jitesh Sharma, and that is another boundary for the Gujarat Titans, moving on to 35 without loss. Their next delivery is a dot ball, very, very not very spectacular. And yeah, we had a bit of a joke about the stupid polls that the IPL is putting up. So what drives the batter mad is hogging the strike, or the other option, I didn't even see that. So another dot ball that was obscured a bit by that poll that you can answer if you were so inclined over at iplT20.com/fan-poll. I think that is the web address for that one. Owen Morgan, Katie Martin, and Harsha Bogle on commentary at the moment for the television broadcast. As Hazelwood pulls it back a bit too short, it is there to be uppercut by Sai Sudarshan, and uppercut it is for the first maximum of this innings. Gujarat Titans, 10 runs of the first 4 deliveries of the 5th over. The second of Josh Hazelwood. That flies high over point into the stands, clipped off his legs by Sai Sudarshan as Hazelwood continues right arm over the wicket. There is a very tight leg side field though, and he has picked out the fielder. There is no run. He was looking for a very, very quick single, but he is sent back by his captain at the non-strikers end. Shubman Gill is not going to run here, not going to risk a run out. So the score remains 41 without loss after 4.5 overs. Sai Sudarshan, 37. In comes Josh Hazelwood, right arm over the wicket. There is still short third man. The slip has come out. There is a backward point and too short and too wide from Josh Hazelwood, and it is late cut by Sai Sudarshan, who moves on to 41 of 27 with another 4. So 14 runs of Josh Hazelwood's second over. Gujarat Titans, 45 without loss after 5. Josh Hazelwood, figures of none for 17 after 2 overs. The run rate is rising again. It is currently 9 flat. Let's have a look if anyone is with us. Mutley is saying it's nice and sunny there in Cardiff. That's good to hear. It is nice and sunny here in the vicinity of Cologne as well. It's still a bit chilly in the night. It gets pretty cold during the night, but the days are good. And he's also talking about he's doing a one-shot Blade Runner tabletop RPG. That's interesting. Please let me know how that works out, because that sounds interesting. Are you doing one of the dedicated investigative RPG rules for that one? What was it? Robin D. Laws, I think, was one of the better ones. The Gumshoe system, it was called, and they did it. It was basically a very generic role-playing system. The rules, and they did a Cthulhu investigative one, and they did one called, I think it was Ashen Stars or something like that, which was Space Police, Space Investigators. Rasik is given another over, and now Shubman Gill, who is on strike because the final delivery of the last over was cut by 4 by Sai Sudarshan. Now Shubman Gill is on the move. A dot ball of the first delivery, then a couple, and now Shubman Gill has his first boundary of the match. 8 fours overall and 1/6 in the innings. Gujarat Titans have brought up their 50 with that first boundary for the captain. 51 without loss. Shubman Gill on 8 of 6. There is a short third man, there is fine leg, there is point, there is extra cover, there is mid on, and this is almost a Yorker. Shubman Gill takes half a step out of his crease to make it a full toss that he plays straight towards the fielder at mid-wicket, and there is no run. We are now seeing highlights of probably the last century by Shubman Gill against RCB, which took place 3 years earlier in 2023. As I said, he one of 5 Indian players to have multiple centuries in the same IPL season. And it's not a dot ball. He took the single, and Sai Sudarshan is back on strike, who cuts Rasik past short third man, and he can find the boundary as well. Yeah, carves it to the left of short third man, finds the boundary, and Rajat Patidar can only shake his head. 56 without loss, 5.5 overs gone. Final delivery of the power play. In comes Rasik, right arm over the wicket and tipped out to backward point by Sai Sudarshan. They run a single. There is a very weak throw in towards the middle, and there is no chance of a run out. Way off target and way too slow from the fielder. There is a single, and Muttley says, Free League published a tabletop RPG for it. Yeah, I'm way out of the loop concerning what new releases there are at the moment. I have to admit. On the tabletop market. Gujarat Titans 57 without loss. Sai Sudarshan is within reach of his half century. He's on 46 of 29 currently. Shubman Gill 9 of 7. The run rate is 9.5, and it looks like we will have spin for the first time this evening, this very fine evening. Krunal Pandya replaces Josh Hazlewood. So some slow left arm orthodox bowling. 149 matches in his IPL career. 101 wickets he has taken in those 149 matches at an economy of 7.5. Considering the run rate is 9.5. Royal Challengers Bangalore won't complain about Krunal Pandya going for somewhere around 7.5 runs for a few overs during the boring middle overs. In he comes, left arm around the wicket. Mistimed shot by Sai Sudarshan that goes straight towards long on, and there is a single. So Shubman Gill is back on strike. Sai Sudarshan moves on to 47 of 30. Let's see, shot third man. Fine leg, backward point, extra cover, and a cover sweeper as well. In comes Krunal Pandya, left arm around the wicket, tucked into the leg side behind square by Shubman Gill, and another very, very well relaxed single by the Gujarat Titans batsman, who move on to 59 for no loss. Sai Sudarshan is on strike. In comes Krunal Pandya, left arm around the wicket, and pulled by Sai Sudarshan. And there is a sweeper out in the deep. The Gujarat Titans run another single. Sai Sudarshan found a lot of his boundaries outside his off stump this evening. One delivery, I think that was the last one from Krunal, that was bowled on a stump line, but a bit short. That's his only boundary in, or his. No, I think there are two pull shots, two balls that passed him or reached him outside the leg stump that went for a boundary. dot ball and another single. So Sudarshan back on strike. Final delivery of Krunal Pandya's first over, and so far he has only conceded 4 runs of 5 deliveries, so exactly what RCB needed. And Krunal Pandya, he has been experimenting with a bit of pace during this season of the IPL, and here he does it again. Skids in with a very, very low left arm action, and he darts it in, and Sai Sudarshan can't do anything with that one. It's another dot ball. Krunal Pandya ends his first over with figures of none for 4, and Gujarat Titans are 61 without loss after 7 overs. The run rate is 8.71 now. And Matle says it's buffering frequently at mine. Yeah, I don't know. That can be a bit of a problem with. There can be a bit of problem with YouTube at the moment, because I'm just having a look at my OBS, and I have a pretty consistent upload here of around 10,000 or 11,000 kilobits per second, I think. My connection health is also classed as good by my broadcasting. So yeah, I'm sorry. I think, well, YouTube is currently it's doing a bit of. They are rolling out AI features. So, but we have a new bowler. Romario Shepherd is given his first over. So after that spin experiment, we are back to right arm medium from the Royal Challengers Bangalore. First delivery is a dot ball, and then Romario Shepherd bowls right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Sai Sudarshan, who brings up his 50 with a 6 straight over the head. It's a scoop over the head of Jitesh Sharma, the keeper, and then he follows it with a cut shot for 4 runs, so 72 without loss after 7.5 overs, and and Sai Sudarshan has moved on to 58 now. Indeed he has. Shubman Gill is on 12 of 11 at the non-striker's end. Late cut now from Sai Sudarshan that is fielded out in the deep at deep third man. A single, but Shepherd has already conceded 12 runs of 4 deliveries. And now Shubman Gill is back on strike, the captain of the Gujarat Titans, who is probably pretty okay with, just playing the anchor role here. Sudarshan on 59 of 35. Gill now on strike 12 of 11. Most of the runs for Sai Sudarshan have come in the offside, 39 of them. Now, Gill taking strike as Romario Shepherd is now running in. Short third man is in place, and this one is pulled from wide outside the off stump by Shubman Gill, and he swings through the line and the ball finds the boundary at cow corner. There are not enough fielders in the leg side for those kinds of shenanigans for the bowlers of the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Romario Shepherd is not looking very satisfied with his fielders. 11 fours and 2 sixes in the innings so far, and it is 77 without loss. This one is driven to cover by Shubman Gill, and they run a single, ending the 8th over on 78 without loss. And that brings us to the first strategic timeout, and I will just have a look at the YouTube chat. So, Free League is based in Sweden and over many different genres: sci-fi, fantasy, dark fantasy, superhero, cyberpunk, says Matley about the Blade Runner tabletop role-playing game. So, okay, I think I'm up to date on the social media, and I will take a 2-minute drinks break while we have a strategic timeout. So, don't go anywhere. See you in a bit. And that is that for the strategic timeout. Apparently, the Foo Fighters will be the musical guests on SNL Live or later this or late on Saturday, tomorrow. They will be on tomorrow. Obviously, it's Saturday Night Live, as Krunal Pandya is brought back for his second over. In he comes, a left arm around the wicket and played into the onside by Shubman Gill. Overthrows from the fielder at long on, but the Gujarat Titans are not tempted to run on the overthrows. Just a single 79 without loss. And yeah, I think the problem is the YouTube page. It's unbelievable. They are actually looking to upscale every video on their site, regardless of upload date and all that stuff, via AI to 1080p, which is madness, as Krunal continues with a wide, and next one is uppercut by Sai Sudarshan over third man, and that is, I think, the second 6 of the innings. They are looking to upscale every video on their site to 1080p via AI, and I think most of the videos on the site are probably some stupid clips from the early DIY aesthetic YouTube days when no one had a decent camera, and all the channels where those short clips are hosted or are uploaded are dead channels that have just never been deleted. So they are expending horrible amounts of computing power to upscale some 5-minute clip of some kiddo that didn't even realize that the camera was running from 2006, and they are upscaling it to 1080p via AI. It's absolute madness. So a couple of singles after that 6 from Sai Sudarshan, who is on 66 of 37. Krunal Pandya bowling left arm around the wicket, angles it very wide across Sai Sudarshan, who is... What is going on? Who is... My feed is a bit sluggish now. I think they were asking if there was a top edge on that one, as Jitesh Sharma took it behind the stumps, but the timer ticked down because it was not given out on the field. Timer ticked down. There was no challenge from Royal Challengers Bangalore, and now Sai Sudarshan picks up Krunal Pandya. He goes down on one knee and pulls him mightily over mid-wicket, and that is into the stands. Another 6 for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Gujarat Titans, I'm sorry. So 2,000 runs in T20s now for Sai Sudarshan, as Gujarat Titans are 94 without loss after 9 overs. 2,000 runs in T20s, and given the fact that Sai Sudarshan, well, I don't think he has played that many T20 internationals for India. Most of them will probably have come in the IPL, I would think. Let's find out. And yeah, there will probably have been a few runs in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, which is the domestic competition, or the domestic competition based on the Ranji Trophy side in India. Let's have a look. What he has played 72 T20s overall, Sai Sudarshan. So yeah, not bad. Average of 41.23, but his strike rate is 139 over his career, as Suyash is brought on to bowl now by Rajat Patidar, the captain of the Gujarat of the Royal Challengers Bangalore. So leg breaks for the first time, couple of singles first up, and now Suyash is bowling right arm over the wicket, and he bowls a leg side wide to Gujarat Titans captain Shubman Gill, that pitches way outside the leg stump of the right-hander. Jitesh Sharma takes it though, so very good reaction there from the RCB keeper, not to concede any byes here, as Shubman Gill now plays one out straight to long on. There is another single. Sai Sudarshan has made around 65% of his runs in the offside tonight. I think that's a bit remarkable in this year's IPL, where most of the Most of the runs for top order batsmen, I think, have come in the leg side. Flicked towards deep third man. There is another single, as there is a fielder positioned out there who prevents the boundary. 99 up for Gujarat Titans. They have a chance to make it 3 figures now in this over. 2 more deliveries left in Suryash's first. In he comes, right arm over the wicket, and this is clipped out to mid-wicket by Shubman Gill. And there is the jogged single that brings up 100 for the Gujarat Titans. Inside the 10th over, 100 without loss. The run rate is starting to improve, which is interesting. It is now just a tad over 10. In comes Suryash again, right arm over the wicket, pitching outside leg, but this time Sai Sudarshan goes down on one knee and late pulls him, or basically hooks him towards fine leg, and there is no fielder stationed in that region. And that is another 4 runs to the total for the Gujarat Titans. 10 runs coming off the 10th over. Gujarat Titans 104 without loss. Krunal Pandya, none for 20 after 2 overs for him. He is now given a 3rd over. He is looking to make the life of Gujarat Titans captain Shubman Gill quite a bit harder. Gill is definitely playing the anchor in this partnership. He's on 22 of 18 as Krunal Pandya bowls left arm around the wicket, and Gill goes down on one knee and nonchalantly sweeps basically. It is just all in the wrists in this sweep shot from Shubman Gill. And that finds the spectators again, as it is a 6 over the leg side behind square, 110 without loss. And if the Gujarat Titans can keep up this pace, we are looking at a match total of over 400, or at a first innings total of over 200, 215, somewhere around that. Which is, well, I think it might be a bit of a challenge for the Royal Challengers Bangalore's batting side, but I think the problem for the Gujarat Titans is that they are relying on it. They have at least 2 all-rounders to contribute their full quota of 4 overs in their bowling innings, because they only have 2 specialist bowlers in this batting first 11. With 1 impact sub, they can bring in probably Prasid Krishna. He is their one specialist bowling option in the impact sub bench. But never underestimate the Gujarat Titan bowling options, as long as Rashid Khan doesn't have a niggle, and he is in this playing 11. So after that 6 of the first delivery, Krunal Pandya can restrict the Gujarat Titans to singles. Now there is a couple of runs, as there is no fielder in the offside for Sai Sudarshan, and that brings up 115 without loss. And that doesn't change the projected scores too much. If they are able to keep up their current run rate, it will be 212, so middle of the 210s is the current projected total, as they end the 11th with another single. And that means in his third over, Krunal Pandya has conceded 12 runs. Gujarat Titans 116 without loss. Sai Sudarshan 82 of 45 deliveries. Shubman Gill 30 of 21. Krunal Pandya none for 32 from 3. The current run rate is 10.5, somewhere around that. 10.54 exactly. 12th man is on the field, and I think he has brought a change of gloves for the captain and a bit of a sip for Sai Sudarshan. Yes, indeed. I think Shubman Gill has also changed his helmet. It's pretty warm by the looks of it. You can see the sweat on all the players' faces. Rajat Patidar is glistening, and he is the captain. He didn't bowl yet. Oh, he's not going to bowl, and he's been fielding in the circle basically. As now there is a single into the offside towards extra cover by Sai Sudarshan. There is a fielder who can stop that ball, and Gujarat Titans run another single. As we are seeing, I almost didn't recognize him. We are seeing an interview with Parthiv Patel. Also named, or also called PP, and or just the Hobbit. The very short and up until recently very young-looking former wicketkeeper for I think he played a few tests for India. He's now an assistant coach. He was always a bit pudgy, and he's shed some pounds, and his beard has gone very grey. I don't want to attribute this to taking a coaching job with Gujarat Titans. I won't attribute that there, but now I'm getting the sun in my face. I'm sorry. For logistical reasons, I can't do it any other way. So the sun is a bit in my face right now. So it's a bit hard to see without putting up my hands, shielding my eyes. So Rasik continues. 3 singles and a dot ball of the first 4 deliveries. The run rate 10.2. Sai Sudarshan moves on to 84 of 48. And we have the results of the poll. What drives a better and now they are gone already. In comes Rasik, full toss that is played out gently towards the fielder at long on by Shubman Gill. Another single, bringing up 120 without loss for the Gujarat Titans. One more delivery to come in the 12th over. Matthew Hayden is looking, very satisfied with what his batsmen are doing here currently. Run rate of 10.14. Final delivery. In comes Rasik. Right arm around the wicket now to the left-handed Sai Sudarshan, who cuts him out. And there is a fielder at point. And that is another single for the Gujarat Titans. 121 for no loss after 12. Sudarshan 85 of 49. Gill 32 of 23. The run rate 10.08. Let's have a look if anyone is with us on the YouTube chat. I am looking at my integrated chat on OBS because I think YouTube is currently well, as I said, they say they are going to upscale all the videos on their side, and it's a bit sluggish at the moment. Suyash is given his second over, so some more leg spin for Royal Challengers Bangalore, and this one is deposited into the stands on the offside by Sai Sudarshan, so he moves on to 91 as he is dancing down the pitch and cover drives the delivery about a meter behind the boundary sponge. In comes Suyash again, and this time Sai Sudarshan hits him on the left hand. Suyash is holding his left hand. Two of his teammates, Jita Sharma and Virat Kohli, are looking at his hand. Maybe they will send out the physio. Yeah, he gets hit on his left hand. Shubman Gill is very, very lucky that the ball, because Suyash can't hold on to it. He is hit on the hand, and it trickles past the non-striker's stumps. Maybe 10 centimeters away. And now the Royal Challengers Bangalore physios are out there looking at Suyash. It is not his bowling hand, so that is good news for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. And it is a bit harsh to call it a drop on 91, as the broadcast does, because they say Sudarshan has been dropped on 91 by Suyash. We are now seeing the replay. Oh no, that's the 6. Yeah, but if that is a drop, that is a very, very harsh call, I would say. Let's see if the channel is working again. My YouTube channel on YouTube. I don't know why. Why there might be buffering going on, because anytime someone says something like that, I'm always very, very paranoid, because I know how bad the internet in Germany can be. But apparently my upload is keeping steadily at 10,000 to 12,000 kilobits per second, which is okay. Let's put it that way. It's still on the lower end for a so-called industrialized nation, but yeah, let's not talk about that again. All the errors in information in IT infrastructure in Germany. Good news, everyone. Suyash can continue. In he comes, right arm over the wicket. Cut by Sudarshan straight to Romario Shepherd out in the deep. And they run a single. 128 without loss. 12.3 overs gone. Shubman Gill is on strike. He has gotten rid of his helmet now. The run rate 10.24. Gill on 32 of 23, and may we see a century in this match? It's not very unlikely, because Sai Sudarshan is only 8 runs away, but that will have to wait because Shubman Gill is on strike. In comes Suyash, and that is hammered straight straight to long on by Shubman Gill, and that is the first wicket to fall for the Gujarat Titans.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go on.
Okay. So, first wicket falls, and it is... Oh. I don't see it. Yeah, it is Devil Padikal who took the catch. So, Shubman Gill, 32, caught Padikal, bowled Suyash. Butler comes in. So, the universe Joss is joining Sai Sudarshan out in the middle. 128 for 1 inside the 13th over. If they continue at the current run rate, which is 10.11 currently, they will still make more than 200. 202 is the projected score. And I can also tell you that the Gujarat Titans are around 60% favorites in this match. So there was... For just a few seconds, there were the stats of Jos Buttler for the IPL, but I couldn't catch him. I hope the sun is going away or past my window in just a few minutes. The field is redirected or reset by Suyash, who still has 2 more deliveries left in his second over. Slip in place for Butler. In comes Suyash, right arm over the wicket. Attempted flick down the leg side by Jos Buttler, or a leg glance. Appeal for LBW, but I think this will be leg byes as the ball runs away behind square on the leg side. I think they have run a couple because Suyash has protection in the offside, but not in the onside. Indeed, it is 2 leg byes, bringing up 130 for the Gujarat Titans. Now another single of the final delivery of the over. So, Jos Buttler is off his duck, and the Gujarat Titans take 10 runs off the 13th over. They pay for it. For those with 1 wicket, Gujarat Titans 131 for 1, current run rate 10.07. Jos Buttler 1 of 2, Sai Sudarshan 92 of 52, and Suyash Sharma makes the breakthrough for Royal Challengers Bangalore after 2 overs. He has figures of 1 for 18. And we are interesting milestone, because this is the 500th, it's 500th, isn't it? Yes, it's the 500th T20 match for Jos Buttler. Is it better here? Oh. Yeah, I guess I can see a bit better from here. So, who is bowling now? Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is given his 3rd over. And Jos Buttler plays it out into the onside. There is a bit of confusion out in the field, which allows the Gujarat Titans batsman to run a couple of runs. So Jos Buttler moves on to 3 of 3. In comes Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. There is no fielder close in shot now, and Buttler plays him out into the onside again. There is a fielder now. There are fielders there now, and so the Gujarat Titans can only run a single, which is definitely not something they won't like, because Sai Sudarshan is definitely the danger man so far in the innings for them. He is on 92 of 52. The run rate is still above 10. 134 for 1, 13.2 overs gone. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar coming in for the third delivery of his third over. Stays right arm over the wicket to the left-hander Sai Sudarshan, but it's a full toss that is hammered over the boundary to the left of long on. That is, I think, Captain Rajat Patidar, who is looking to stop it, but he is too far away, and that is one bounce over the rope from Sai Sudarshan between long on and mid wicket. 138 for 1. Sai Sudarshan has a very, very good strike rate against spin in this IPL, which is well, let's put it. It's a welcome surprise, because as we have been, as a lot of people have been saying, no one can play spin anymore. So it's good to see Sai Sudarshan still be able to do it, if only in T20s. So they run a single after that boundary of the full toss. And now Butler is back on strike. In comes Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, right arm over the wicket, and that goes... It's driven straight to long off. I think that is Virat Kohli out there. Haven't seen that much of him. There has been a lot less Kohli cam since he gave up the captaincy of RCB in the IPL. Anyway, 140 is up for the Gujarat Titans, and Sai Sudarshan is back on strike. He is on 97. In comes Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. This is driven to extra cover by Sai Sudarshan, who moves on to 98 for 55, 141 for 1 after 14 overs. Butler is nominally on strike now, but it will flip over to Sudarshan again. 98 of 55 for him. And Suyash continues, as we are seeing that Washington Sundar is padded up beyond the boundary. Let's have a look if anyone is with us on the YouTube chat. I dropped the video quality and it's running a bit better. Yeah, I don't know. Well, that sounds a bit like a problem at the not at my end, but at the at YouTube's end. To be honest, I'm sorry. I have to move around quite a bit to make it so I can see my screen here. As Suyash is given another over. I think it's Suyash. Yes, it is indeed. And Sai Sudarshan takes a single of the first delivery, and he moves on to 99. So Butler on strike. Suyash bowling right arm over the wicket, cut by Butler. Not at my end, but at the at YouTube's end. Cut by Butler for 4 runs, and the I'm sorry, I have to move around quite a bit to Gujarat Titans move on to 147 now. The scoring 146. The scoring ribbon is not on screen all of the time, and they have a bit of trouble updating it at the moment. Butler swings across the line. There is a single as Romario Shepherd fields it out in the deep on the onside. So Sudarshan is back on strike. He is on 99 of 56. Suyash 1 for 24 from 2.5 overs. 1 147 for 1 overall, the Gujarat Titans. A bit of nervous energy now from Sai Sudarshan, who marks his guard, then gets back up again. Rashid Khan is sitting in the dugout. He is looking quite relaxed. In comes Suyash, right arm over the wicket. Very, very wide outside the off stump, but Sudarshan cuts it with an angled bat, and that is his century. 100 of 57 deliveries. Gujarat Titans 148 for 1, 14.4 overs gone. The strike rate of Sai Sudarshan is at around 170 at the moment. It's his third IPL 100 to go along with 13 50s in his career. Butler is now back on strike. In comes Suyash, right arm over the wicket to the right-handed Jos Buttler, who lofts him over long on. That one was in the slot. Butler picks it up, gets bat under it, and hammers him for 6 runs. So 10, 13 runs coming off the over thus far. It is Suyash Sharma's third over. 13 runs he conceded in the over so far. The boundaries, it's the 195th 6 of the tournament. 433 fours have also been hit. Final delivery in his third over for Suyash coming up now. In he comes, right arm over the wicket. And that is tipped out into the leg side by Jos Buttler. They take an easy single. Gujarat Titans 155 for 1 after 15 overs. And that will be another timeout. And let's have a look if anyone else is with us on YouTube. Yeah, there is Muttley. He's saying, yeah, figured that. And he's also saying that my audio doubled up. Yeah, that was a bit of a problem because I had to reload. I am checking. I'm also checking in my browser I was checking in my browser if I have a decent YouTube feed, and YouTube has trouble loading. So the YouTube front end has trouble loading, and what you heard was, I think that was my own audio from my YouTube, because I was playing a jingle and I didn't mute my desktop audio in my streaming software. So that was my bad. So we have a strategic timeout. I'll take a very quick break and I will be with you for the final 5 overs of the first innings in just a second. Don't go anywhere. And here we are again for the final 5 overs. And it looks like Josh Hazlewood is given the 16th over. Yes, indeed he is. There is something very, very wrong. My CPU is really, really struggling at the moment. Normally it's about 3% for streaming. Don't know what's going on there. Have to keep an eye on that one. So, Butler hits the 4 of Hazlewood. 159 for 1. Follows it up with a single. So Sai Sudarshan, the Centurion, is back on strike. He will face the third delivery of Hazlewood's over now. It brings up the 160 for the Gujarat Titans. And Rajat Patidar is looking around a bit hectic, I think. In comes Hazlewood, right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Sai Sudarshan. Short third man is in place for him. And what happened there? There's a top edge from Sai Sudarshan, and the Centurion falls. The Centurion falls as my stream is turning into a slideshow again. Let's see if the replay gets a bit clearer. Yes, it's a top edge, it goes high into the air, and it is a caught and bowled by Hazlewood. So Sai Sudarshan has to go. He has to go caught and bowled Hazlewood for exactly 100 of 58 deliveries, 11 fours and 5 sixes, strike rate of 172.41. That's a pretty good T20 innings, all told, from Sai Sudarshan, and that brings the aforementioned Washington Sundar, who was already padded up in the last over. In comes Hazlewood, right arm over the wicket, full toss, leg sidey to the left-handed Washington Sundar, who tips it out towards square leg, and there is no run. 160 for 2, 15.4 overs gone, 73 matches, 648 runs at a strike rate of 130 in the IPL career for Washington Sundar. 2 more deliveries in Josh Hazlewood's over number 3 remaining. 160 for 2. In comes Hazlewood, right arm over the wicket and lofted on drive from Washington Sundar, and that is his first scoring shot as he deposits Josh Hazlewood into the stands over long on. 575 sixes in the tournament. And yeah, I mean, the Gujarat Titans have only lost 2 batsmen. 2 wickets have fallen in their innings. Of course, Washington Sundar now has probably license to slog a bit. 11 runs and a wicket of the third over of Josh Hazlewood thus far. Gujarat Titans 166 for 2. And we see there is backward point, there is deep fine leg and cut shot from Washington Sundar, and I think he found the boundary there. Yes, indeed he did. 4 runs at backward point, and Gujarat Titans bring up 170 after 16 overs. Washington Sundar on 10 of 3. And that's just a slideshow. Who is the fielder out there? I think that's Tim David. Yeah, looks like Tim David is the fielder at point. So the projected score is starting to rise again. It is currently 212 if they can keep the current run rate. And if they can accelerate to 12 runs and over, they will make 218. Suyash is bowling out, I think now. Right arm over the wicket to the right-handed Jos Buttler. Quick single into the leg side from Buttler. And Washington Sundar is back on strike for the Gujarat Titans. Oh. Sorry, the sun is moving relatively erratically, or let's put it that way. There is a reflection of some of the tiles on the roof of my neighbors across the street, and that is very irritating because when I get the sun out of my face, I have the reflection of the roof of my neighbors from across the street in my eyes. Yeah, a couple of singles of the first two deliveries of Suyash's fourth over, who has figures of 1 for 33 currently. In he comes again, leg spin from over the wicket, and this one is picked off his toes by Jos Buttler, but it is fielded by, I think that is Kohli at long on. There is another single, 173 for 2. Or was that Devdutt Padikkal? One of the two. Suyash now in short conversation with his keeper Jitesh Sharma. As we are seeing Shubman Gill, who is looking a bit more tense in the Gujarat Titans dugout than his head coach Matthew Hayden. Tipped into the offside now by Washington Sundar, but there is a fielder at backward point. That is the first dot ball of the fourth over of Suyash. Gujarat Titans remain on 173 for 2. The run rate 10.38. Washington Sundar on strike and 11 of 5. Buttler 24 of 13. Penultimate delivery. And this one is driven out to long on by Washington Sundar. There was a fielder at cover who was closer in. He was thinking about cutting it off, thought better of it though, and let long off handle that. So, single and Buttler on strike for the final delivery of the 17th over, the final delivery of the final over from Suyash Sharma on this evening. In he comes, right arm over the wicket. Buttler steps back, gives himself room and slaps him to Rajat Patidar at cover, and there is no run. 17 overs gone, and the Gujarat Titans are 174 for 2. 4 runs have come off the 17th. Buttler on 24, Washington Sundar on 12. Suyash Sharma ends his evening with figures of 1 for 36 from 4. And I think who will bowl the 18th over now? Depends on who you think is your best bowler. Let's have a look at the scorecard. Who still has any overs left? It is Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Would I have saved Bhuvaneshwar Kumar for the 19th over? He has bowled 3 so far this evening, so this will be his last over. What other options does Rajat Patidar have? He has one more from Hazelwood to come. Romario Shepherd has only bowled one, but he has been very expensive. 17 he gave up in his 1 over. Pandya, he has 1 over left. Rasik Salam, well. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar can stem the flow of runs a bit now. Just 2 singles of the first 2 deliveries of his final over of the evening. 176 for 2. Washington Sundar on strike now. 13 of 7 for him. Butler at the other end is on 25 of 15. The run rate is 10.15. And I will have a look at my CPU. Might actually have to do something about that during the innings break. Anyway, another single of the third delivery. So Washington moves on to 14 of 8, Butler 25 of 15. The run rate 10.11. Bhuvaneshwar has bowled okay so far. He has been more economical than the current run rate of the Gujarat Titans, so that's good. But he hasn't been able to take a wicket. Now, is there a wicket? Yes, I think there is. A premeditated shot from Jos Buttler. A premeditated scoop from Jos Buttler finds Josh Hazlewood at short third man. And Buttler has to go. Let me have a look at strike rate and stuff like that. No, it doesn't want right now. Okay, now it wants. Butler caught Hazlewood, bowled Kumar 25. It's a reverse scoop from Jos Buttler, and he can only pick out Josh Hazlewood, who has been stationed at short third man. And Butler has to go for 25 of 16. 177 for 3, and that brings Jason Longlever Holder out into the middle, former captain of the West Indies, one of the many all-rounders in this Royal Challengers Bangalore, in this Gujarat Titans lineup. 47 matches, 259 runs, strike rate 123 for his IPL career. So, interesting choice there to bring Holder out before Rashid Khan, who I think is the more attacking batsman in subcontinental conditions, and with just 2 more overs left in the innings. I probably would have gone with Rashid Khan, giving him a license to play his shots and take a few risks, given the fact that Jason Holder is still there, so you could use him to keep Washington Sundar company should Rashid Khan fail quickly or fail early in his innings. But anyway, Holder's off the mark with a single of his first delivery. Top edge now from Washington Sundar, but it falls short of Romario Shepherd at deep mid-wicket. And I think the Gujarat Titans have run another single. Yes, indeed they have. 179 for 3, 18 overs gone. Washington on 15 of 9, Holder on 1 of 1, and Washington pinches the strike with that single of the final delivery of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar's spell this evening. So, let's have a look at the chat if there is anything going on there. Don't think there is. I will have a look during the innings break if I can do anything here. Anyway, Josh Hazlewood is given the 19th over. That is not that much of a surprise given who the Royal Challengers Bangalore still had in the hutch with overs to spare. Bowling right arm over the wicket to the left-hander Washington Sundar, who drives it straight to long on. They run a single. Holder is back on strike. There are no slips. There is short third man in place for Washington Sundar. Let's see if Jason Holder is given a slip. And both Shahrukh Khan and Rashid Khan are sitting in the dugout, both with pads. Both are padded up. In comes Hazelwood, short third man and fine leg, and peeled off his toes by Holder. Finds Romario Shepherd out there in the deep. They run a couple of runs, 182 for 3. And that is Holder in Hazelwood in again to Holder, bounces him. Holder looks for a pull shot, misses it. There is no top edge. No one is interested in appealing. Jita Sharma takes it cleanly behind Holder. There is no run, so another 19 trees will be planted as part of the promotional or the advertising thingy that they have with some, I think it's probably a wildlife conservation or nature conservation fund, something like that. Full toss, and that is played to cover, who can't hold on to it, and it is Kohli from long off who has to come in and correct the error that was committed by, I think, his captain Rajat Patidar. There was no chance to catch it as it was all along the ground, but Rajat Patidar couldn't stop it. Kohli had to come from long off and prevent the boundary. 184 for 3, 18.4 overs gone. In comes Hazelwood, right arm over the wicket. Full toss that is smashed. This time straight to Virat Kohli, but along the ground. And now they have taken a single. Last one was a couple of runs, the misfield. Now a single, bringing the total to 185 for 3. And I think Royal Challengers Bangalore will be happy with clawing back some control after the wicket of Jos Buttler. Because at this stage, the run rate has dropped to below 10. Final delivery, Hazelwood right arm over the wicket to Washington Sundar, who clips it off his pads. There is, I think that's Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who was fielding at third man, and he misfields it. And that allows the Gujarat Titans to run another couple of runs, but the run rate has dropped below 10. It is 9.84. 8 runs coming off Josh Hazelwood's fourth over. Gujarat Titans 187 for 3. Rafiq Salam seems to be the one who will have to close out the innings. But yeah, I don't think they will go past 200. And according to Cricket Info, Gujarat Titans are only favorites by 54%, roughly. So yeah, very good death bowling from Royal Challengers Bangalore, which I think is one of the, from what I can tell, thus far in the tournament, they are definitely one of the better bowling attacks in the tournament. One of the more complete bowling attacks. Interestingly enough, Chennai Super Kings have also improved very much in that regard with the addition of Noor Ahmad, who is a late addition to the bowling attack, because I think he he skipped out on one of the PSL. I think he skipped out on a PSL contract. He will probably be banned for the next edition of the PSL, which is, I mean, it's, yeah, it's bullshit, because the PSL is held in a country that has an active insurgency ongoing. All the matches, for security concerns, are held in empty stadia, and the Pakistan Cricket Board, the PCB, is angry with overseas players that have reneged on their contracts, because they're not wanting to play in a country with an active ongoing insurgency. And then add to that all the shit that is coming Pakistan's way because of the annoying Orange and his fourth Gulf War now. It's the fourth one. The third one the Americans are actively engaged in. So, physios are out on the field to... It's Rasik who seems to have hurt himself. Looks like cramps. Couldn't even bowl the first delivery of his final over, or the final over. So the physios are out. Everyone milling around the RCB fielders. Most of them have now gathered around Jitesh Sharma and Rajat Patida at the striker's end. Virat Kohli in conversation with some of the bench players and support staff out near the boundary. And let's see if... Yeah, looks like cramps. ESPN Cricket Info agrees with me. And so let's have a look at the YouTube chat. Hattie is also with us. Hi from my garden. Hello, Hattie. Yeah, looks like a good match so far. It's definitely not a bare game, I would say, because with one more over to be bowled in the first innings, the chances of winning are basically 50-50. Rasik was chosen to close out the innings. He came down with what looks like cramps on the first delivery of his of the over, and yeah, so. He won't be able to bowl the 20th over, as it seems. He is coming off the field. He's only wearing one shoe, I think. The physio has taken off his right boot, I think. Yes, looks like he's only wearing his socks on the right. No, it's both. He's wearing no shoes at all, only the white socks. So anyway, that means change of plans for Royal Challengers Bangalore captain Rajat Patida, and interestingly enough, we will see a spinner closing out an innings, which is not something many IPL teams have done in this season so far. So, 20th over is going to be bowled by Krunal Pandya. He has been going at around 10 an over in his first 3 so far. Jason Holder is the batsman on strike, and Krunal Pandya is coming in left arm around the wicket with his slow left arm orthodox spin, and yeah, Jason Holder is using his long levers as Krunal Pandya is looking to vary his pace. He has been basically bowling pace some of the time with a very low arm action. He looks a bit like Virat Kohli bowling pace, but left-handed. If he does so, I think it's one of those attempts to vary the speed enough to disrupt the batsman's rhythm. Doesn't work this time because Jason Holder just uses his long levers to hammer him over long on for 6. 193 for 3. Second delivery, Krunal Pandya goes back to a spinner or to some slow left arm spin. This time Jason Holder can't do anything with that delivery, with that slower delivery, and there is a no run, dot ball. And now Krunal Pandya has pulled out of his third run up, and now Krunal Pandya looks like he is going down with cramps. The physio is out now for Krunal Pandya. So first, Razik Salam had to pull out of the first delivery of the 20th over. Physio came out. He had to leave the field with cramps. Now Krunal Pandya is being treated. And funnily enough, it doesn't look like he hurt himself on the delivery where he tried to imitate Virat Kohli's Mr. Krabs pace bowling, but left-handed. But he seems to have hurt his hamstring. Going back to a conventional slow left arm orthodox spin delivery. 193 for 3. 4 more deliveries are to be bowled in the first innings of this, the 35th match of the IPL, the final match in the Chinnaswamy. There we see Dinesh Karthik sitting in the dugout for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. He is not in the squad, is he? Let's have a look. Is he the coach? Let's have a look. We are seeing now who has any overs left. Hazelwood is out of it. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is out of it. Are they actually giving the final 4 deliveries of Krunal Pandya's over to Romario Shepherd? I don't know. There are still support staff for RCB out there. And they are leaving the field, and it looks like Krunal Pandya is going to continue. Jason Holder, who looks a bit annoyed with all the yes, no, maybe, he will bowl, no, he can't stuff. He is now taking strike. Jitesh Sharma is standing right behind the stumps. So, yeah, Krunal Pandya is coming in, left arm over the wicket and lofted over cow corner by Jason Holder with long levers again for 6 more runs. 199 for 3 now. And suddenly, 200 looks like a formality for the Gujarat Titans after Royal Challengers Bangalore were really able to pull back the scoring rate at the death of the innings. But now the magic boundary of 200, the final frontier, or the milestone of 200 seems to be very, very achievable by Gujarat Titans. Let's see if they can make it. Jason Holder is on strike as Krunal Pandya is resetting his field. There's a deep backward point. There is a short third man in the offside. That's what I can see from here. Krunal Pandya aborting his run up. Now he comes in again, left arm around the wicket, very wide, full toss that Jason Holder sneaks through the hands of Devdutt Padikkal, who is stationed at deep cover, and it's not a chance for a catch, but Devdutt Padikkal is unable to prevent a boundary here, and that means the 200 is up. 203 for 3 after 19.4 overs. In comes Krunal Pandya, left arm around the wicket, hammered short into the ground, wide outside the off stump by Krunal Pandya, and pulled towards cow corner by Jason Holder. They take a single as there is a sweeper out at cow corner. And that is 204 for 3. Washington Sundar is going to face the final delivery of the innings. 204 for 3. Krunal Pandya will bowl it. And I will see what role Dinesh Karthik is playing in this Royal Challengers Bangalore squad. Yeah, he has to be the coach, I think. So, and the final delivery of the innings is another full toss outside off. Washington can't get a hold of it. They run a single and they end their innings on 205 for 3. Highlights of the innings before I'll take a short break, just to look at some technical stuff here. We've seen a century for the Gujarat Titans, who were put in by RCB after having lost the toss. And Sai Sudarshan, the opener, made a century at a strike rate of 172. Shubman Gill, the next highest score, with 32. No one else made more than 25, but they only lost 3 wickets, which made the end of the innings a bit strange, to be honest. Because if you have only lost 3 wickets, that always makes it seem that you left some runs out there at the death. Well, we will see. They were looking like they wouldn't make 200. Relatively close to the end. Let's have a look at the bowling card. Yeah, as you would assume, when only 3 wickets fall, the bowling card looks a bit a bit depressing, let's put it that way. We have a 50, we have a half century in the bowling card. Krunal Pandya went for 50 of his 4 overs at an economy of 12.5, which wasn't the worst economy rate in this bowling card, because Romario Shepherd bowled 1 over for 17. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Josh Hazlewood and Suyash Sharma were the bowlers that took any wickets, and of those, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar was probably the pick because he had the best economy of the 3. So let's have a final look for the innings at the chat. Mutley is saying, Rotario folks, I need to head off to D&D Club. Thank you. Love and sausages. Yeah, thank you very much, Mutley. And that is the innings break. And I will take a short break and have a look at some technical stuff. And I will be back in about 10 minutes. So don't go anywhere. So, hello and welcome back. I hope my technical difficulties have been well remedied. Let's have a look at the chat first of all. Brian in Brisbane is saying 4.50 a pint of Estrella here at Lord Nelson in Gibraltar Town Square. Still cold and damp. Yeah, it's pretty good weather over here in Germany, but back to the match as we are seeing the opening batsman for the Royal Challengers Bangalore taking to the square. Yeah, after a Sai Sudarshan ton, a late Jason Holder cameo lifted Gujarat Titans past that mythical boundary of 205 for 3 they were in the end, which is always a bit of a weird innings, given the fact that, yeah, of course, they made more than 200 runs, but they did so with 7 wickets in hand, suggesting that they might have left a few runs laying out there, left a few runs behind out there. As currently, that should be Devdutt Padikkal who is marking his guard. Virat Kohli, his opening partner, is at the non-striker's end. We have an impact sub. Oh no, it is Jacob Bethel, actually. Suya Sharma has been subbed out, and England all-rounder Jacob Bethel, who made his maiden first-class century during the latest Ashes series Down Under. That is the impact sub for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, and Prasidh Krishna, as I predicted earlier in the piece, has been brought in. He has been brought in for Rahul Tewatia, and it looks like Mohammad Siraj is going to open the bowling. He is going to bowl to Jacob Bethel. Mohammad Siraj, 116 matches and 115 wickets in his IPL career thus far. So, yeah, Prasidh Krishna, the only specialist bowler in the 5 possible impact subs for the Gujarat Titans, has been brought in place of all-rounder Rahul Tewatia. Mohammad Siraj is now back to his mark. Jacob Bethel is taking strike. There is a slip in place for Jacob Bethel. There is short third man. In comes Mohammad Siraj, right arm over the wicket to the left-hander Jacob Bethel, who plays it out to point. To cover, he pushes it out to cover. There is no run. So, RCB, none for none after 1 delivery. I don't know what's going on because my CPU is... earlier today, my OBS had updated. And generally, my CPU usage was in single digits for OBS, and now it's currently at 75.5%. I don't know what is going on. My video feed it was okay at the start of the match, and currently it is a bit clippy, let's put it that way. So, but Royal Challengers Bangalore are off the mark of the second delivery of Mohammad Siraj's first over. A single for Jacob Bethel. So, Virat Kohli on strike for the first time in the match. There is a slip. There is short third man. There is deep backward point in place for him. In comes Mohammad Siraj, right arm over the wicket. And dropped at mid-wicket as Virat Kohli looks to push one into the leg side. It loops up into the air, and I think it is dropped at mid-wicket by... Who is that? It is... I think it is the impact sub. I think it is Prasidh Krishna who drops Virat Kohli first delivery. So Kohli dropped on naught by Prasidh Krishna. And now Kohli is off the mark with a couple of runs. And yeah, I don't know what's going on. Is it YouTube that is currently eating so many resources that it's not really? I think it is indeed YouTube that is eating a lot of resources. So no looks at my YouTube stream. I know that the sound seems to work. I'm sorry. There is a very, very irritating sound of my own voice coming from the recently closed YouTube tab. It's yeah. So 4 runs of the first 5 deliveries. Next one to Jacob Bethel is down the leg side. It is on the shorter side. And Bethel flicks one off his hip into the leg, looks to flick one into the leg side of his hip. Misses it. It's given as a leg bye. So Royal Challengers Bangalore 5 for no loss after 1 over. Bethel on 1 of 3. Kohli on 3 of 3. Bethel has hogged the strike with a leg bye. And for Gujarat Titans, it will be Kagiso Rabada from the other end. Reminder, the target for Royal Challengers Bangalore is 206. The required run rate is therefore somewhere over 10, and it is currently 5. Rabada, 92 matches, 129 wickets in his IPL career. Economy of 8.7. In comes Rabada, right arm over the wicket, and inside edge by the left-handed Jacob Bethel that runs to the right of Jos Buttler all the way towards the boundary, and that is the first boundary of the innings for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. 9 without loss after 1 over and 1 delivery. There is still a slip in play for Kagiso Rabada. As we are seeing a replay this time from over the shoulder of Jos Buttler. And yeah, there is a lot of bounce for Rabada, and Bethel is very, very fortunate that his inside edge flies over his middle stump, and Jos Buttler is out, outside of range. He's diving to his right with outstretched arms, but he can't get any glove on that one. So Bethel now plays one into the offside, defends one into the offside. There is no run. In comes Rabada, right arm over the wicket, lofted, uppercut from Jacob Bethel, but Rashid Khan is there fielding at deep backward point, and there is a single, but Rashid Khan can prevent any boundaries. 10 without loss, and we see that Kohli has faced Rabada in 14 innings in T20s. 4 times he has been dismissed, but this time he finds the boundary, and that is the first boundary for Virat Kohli. 14 without loss, the Royal Challengers Bangalore. And what is eating my my CPU processing power. Give me the task manager. Is there anything? My CPU is running at 73%. It never does that. Everything is very, very slow. No, there's only 2 tasks. I hope I can get through today, and then I can have a look at it later today. What's going on? Another dot ball and another leg bye to end the second over. Royal Challengers Bangalore 15 without loss after 2. Is it maybe Firefox having a bit of a shocker, because it doesn't really update the currently it doesn't really update the score, the live commentary on ESPN Quick Info, for example. Yeah, that might actually be that might be the problem, because that updated not long ago as well. So, but 2 overs gone, 10 runs, RCB 15 without loss, current run rate 7.5. The required run rate is climbing, 10.61 now. Need 191 from 108 deliveries. Kohli on 7 of 6, Bethel on 6 of 6, Rabada after 1 over, none for 9. And I think Mohammad Siraj will continue. Yes, indeed, but my feed has turned into a slideshow again. And a couple of runs for Kohli, then a single, 18 without loss. Bethel is on strike. Kohli brings up double figures, 10 of 8. Bethel on 6 of 6. The target 206. Mohammad Siraj none for 7. And Jacob Bethel is now taking guard, the left-hander. He has been subbed in by the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Cut shot from Jacob Bethel that evades both backward point and deep third man. And that is a boundary for Jacob Bethel, 4 runs. And that means 22 without loss for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Yeah. So, yeah, if you are new here, you probably don't know how this works. So, first of all, check out my partners in crime, Guerrilla Cricket, as Jacob Bethel defends one back towards Mohammad Siraj, who feels it himself. There is no run. Check out Guerrilla Cricket, partners in crime, for even more IPL coverage, always on the Wednesdays. The Gorillas are live. You can find out where you can listen to them over on GorillaCricket.com. If you're listening to this, go ahead, use the YouTube chat. I will read out your social media messages in between overs. And yeah, if you are new here, don't want to miss anything, there is a lot of English stuff on this channel. There's also some German stuff. So please go ahead and subscribe if you want to listen to more English stuff. And if you have friends in Germany that you want to get hooked on cricket, please recommend me. As now Jacob Bethel flicks Mohammad Siraj over the leg side to the boundary for 4 more runs. Royal Challengers Bangalore 26 without loss. And just to remind you, the target set by Gujarat Titans is 206. Captain Shubman Gill now in conversation with Mohammad Siraj. Let's see. final delivery of Mohammad Siraj's second over is now coming up. Jacob Bethel is the batsman on strike. There is a slip. There is short third man. There is deep backward point. There is point in place for Jacob Bethel as Mohammad Siraj angles one across him, and Jacob Bethel slices one straight to the point fielder. That is Shah Rukh Khan, I think. He was put in place just for this delivery by captain Shubman Gill and bowler Mohammad Siraj, and the tactics have paid off. The first wicket has fallen for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Just a reminder, the Gujarat Titans made triple figures before losing their first wicket. Of course, one of their openers, Sai Sudarshan, made a century earlier in the match. He was out for exactly 100, and Jacob Bethel has to go 14 of 10, strike rate 140. That is especially galling for captain Rajat Patidar, because Jacob Bethel was the impact sub. They subbed out the leg spinner, Sayush Sharma, and they brought in Jacob Bethel, and I was very, very confused seeing the possible impact subs for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, because I don't think there was any specialist batter. Now, Devdutt Padikkal is coming in at number 3 for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, but Virat Kohli is on strike because Jacob Bethel fell off the final delivery of the second over. So, it is again Virat Kohli versus Kagiso Rabada, who is given a second over. There is a slip, there is deep backward point, there is extra cover, and there is a slip. And Virat Kohli finds the boundary at cow corner. That is 4 more runs to the total, bringing up 30 for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. 30 for 1. And the target is 206. Let me have a look. I don't know what's going on, but my CPU usage is going down. It is still relatively concerning, but I'll have a look at that afterwards. Single now for Virat Kohli, 31 for 1. Yeah, that is a smart option from Kohli here. He dead bats it towards gully, and we are seeing replays of the first wicket to fall, which was Jacob Bethel. And now, for the first time in the innings, we have Devdutt Padikkal on strike. Still a slip in place for the Gujarat Titans. In comes Kagiso Rabada, and this one is 2-leg sidey. It is in the slot, picked up by Devdutt Padikkal, and he is off the mark with a 6 off the first ball of the night. It's probably probably the shot of the night. It is too full. It is in the slot. It is in the pads, and a lofted flick from Devdutt Padikkal brings the first 6 of the innings. Lo and behold, I think it's the update for OBS that is the problem at the moment, because I was disconnected from from streaming, and suddenly the CPU usage dropped down to the expected levels. Yeah, sorry about that. Let's see. There were 14 runs of the second over from Kagiso Rabada. RCB ended the fourth on 40 for 1. And now Mohammad Siraj is back. And there is a single. There's a 4. Then there are 1, 2, 3, 4 dot balls. 2 dot balls, sorry. 44 for 1. As Mohammad Siraj angles one across Devdutt Padikkal again, who is looking to guide it past Joss Butler's left with an angled bat outside the off stump. There is no top edge on that, and there is again no run. So 4 runs thus far from Mohammad Siraj's third over. 4.4 overs gone. And yeah, I think it is indeed, the problem is indeed OBS. The newest OBS update is really not working correctly, I don't know. I worked in IT. That's not what you do. As Mohammad Siraj apparently produces another dot ball. That's not what you do. You don't roll out a new version in a production. You don't roll out a new version unless you have thoroughly tested it on a test server, and apparently they have not done that. Because OBS is currently eating resources with both hands. And it is... yeah, that's annoying. Next one, and this one is a lofted cover drive from Devdutt Padikkal, and that goes all the way for 6 as Mohammad Siraj angles one across the left-hander, who goes down on one knee and drives him aerially over the offside. So 50 up for Royal Challengers Bangalore. 10 runs of Mohammad Siraj's third over. RCB 50 for 1. The current run rate is 10, and the required run rate is 10.4. They need 156 from 90. Devdutt Padikkal currently on 18 of 9. Virat Kohli 16 of 11. Mohammad Siraj with figures of 1 for 25 from 3. And Holder replaces Rabada. Kohli is the on-strike batsman. Target still 206. In comes Jason Holder. 47 matches, 53 wickets in his IPL career. In he comes. Digs it in short. Kohli misjudges the speed of Jason Holder. Gets an underedge with his attempted pull shot. They run for a quick single as it is fielded by mid-wicket. And that was a replay of Mohammad Siraj's reaction to the 6 from Padikkal, I think. In comes Holder, pull shot from Devdutt Padikkal. There is a fielder at deep mid-wicket, and they run through for another single. RCB 52 for 1, 5.2 overs gone. 4 more deliveries to come in the power play, and Virat Kohli is back on strike. Shubman Gill is polishing the ball for his tall West Indian all-rounder. Someone in the crowd is addressed as just a second. Holder digs it in short. Kohli pulls it. This time he pulls it very, very flat And Rashid Khan, who is stationed there at deep mid-wicket as a boundary rider, is too far away to stop the boundary, and that is 4 runs for RCB. Virat Kohli with another boundary. Yeah, someone is dressed as Jack Sparrow in the crowd there. In comes Holder, defended into the offside, but fielded by the bowler himself. Kohli, who was looking for a quick single, is herring back after coming down about 2 meters down the pitch. And now he is surveying the field again. Dot ball, so 6 runs of Jason Holder's first over thus far. Kohli on 21 of 14 is on strike. In comes Holder, no slips in place, flicked off the pads towards Mohammad Siraj, who is fielding at mid-wicket. There is a single, 57 for 1 after 5.5 overs. So let's have a look if we can see where were Gujarat Titans at this stage of their innings. They were somewhere around there. Jason Holder is, well, he is holding his line. Yeah, so far. No, he is keeping the RCB batsman quiet, relatively quiet so far. Padikkal is now on strike. 19 of 10 for him. In comes Holder, final delivery of the power play, and this one is on a leg stump line, and it is flicked out to Rabada. Looks like we're back in business. I don't know what's going on currently. It wouldn't want to reconnect. And for some reason the CPU usage is through the roof. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the newest update. Anyway, Rashid Khan is given his first over after RCB were 58 for 1 after the power play. Then they were 70 for 1 after the 7th over. And now Rashid Khan is bowling the 8th over, 70 for 1. And he starts with a dot ball to Virat Kohli, who is on 33 of 21. In comes Rashid Khan, right arm over the wicket. And lofted by Kohli over long on as Rashid Khan misses his length here. And that is 6 more runs to the total for Royal Challengers Bangalore. 6 more runs to Virat Kohli. And they are currently back in the driver's seat. They are ahead of the required run rate at this stage in the match. 306s in the IPL, that was for Kohli. And now he finds another boundary with a cut shot. So 80 up for Royal Challengers Bangalore, and 10 runs of the first 3 deliveries of Rashid Khan's first over. And yeah, I mean, the Gujarat Titans are currently 7th on the table, while the Royal Challengers Bangalore are 3rd in the table, and I think they could go into 2nd place. Yes, if they win here tonight, they will go into 2nd place. Punjab Kings still would still be in the top spot because they have not lost any matches in this IPL so far. They had 1 no result, but yeah, Rajasthan Royals and what? Yes, Rajasthan Royals and RCB have lost 2 each. And Royals have 1 more match than the Punjab Kings. So yeah, that checks out. 1-0 result and no losses for Punjab Kings, as there are a couple of singles now taken off the 4th and 5th delivery of Rashid Khan's first over. And to end it, Kohli trots through for a single into the leg side. 83 for 1, 8 overs gone to win 123 of 72. Padikkal 22 of 13. Kohli 45 of 25. The target is 206. Rashid Khan concedes 13 in his first over, the 8th of the inning. Yeah. And after Gujarat Titans were favorites for a good bit of their innings and for a good bit of the start of RCB's innings. Now it is RCB who are firmly in control, 70% favorites at this stage, as Prasidh Krishna is given a second over. In he comes, right arm over the wicket to the right-hander Virat Kohli, uppercut, but there is a fielder out in the deep at point, and Kohli makes a bit of a face as he realizes that this is indeed not a boundary. They run through for a single, and Kohli is a bit annoyed. 84 for 1 after 8.1 overs to win 122 of 71. Let's have a look. Why is the CPU usage so damn high? 70%. Anyway, Prasidh Krishna, right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Padikkal, and this one is very wide outside the off stump, but Padikkal takes half a step backwards into the leg side, so he can have a chance at a leg glance, and he gets bat on that one. That is a leg glance that evades Jos Buttler. It goes through the vacant fine leg region, and that is 88 for 1 with another 4 for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Now a swivel pull from Devdutt Padikkal, and I think that one is a 6. Yes, indeed it is. 94 for 1 after 8.3 overs, and Royal Challengers Bangalore now way ahead of the required run rate thus far. Yeah, the required run rate has come down below 10 now, and Royal Challengers Bangalore are ticking along at around 11 and over. In comes Prasidh Krishna, and again he is bowling down the leg side to Devdutt Padikkal, who lofts a flick, but there is a fielder out there coming around from a deep point, and he stops the boundary. It bounces about 2 meters in front of him. He stops it, and he restricts Royal Challengers Bangalore to a single, though. So that's good. 12 runs off the first 4 deliveries of Prasidh Krishna's second over. RCB 95 for 1, 8.4 overs gone. Kohli is back on strike. He is on 46 of 26. The required run rate, as I said, below 10. Lofted cover drive from Virat Kohli. There is a fielder there. Is that the captain of Gujarat Titans? Shubman Gill looks a bit like it. And that restricts Royal Challengers Bangalore to another single. So, thus far, they have not been able to bring up triple figures. 96 for 1 after 8.5 overs. When did Gujarat Titans reach their triple figures. I think it was a bit deeper into their innings. Final delivery coming up. Prasid Krishna is now changing to around the wicket to Devdutt Padikkal, and he bowls it in the slot outside the off stump, and doesn't really matter. This time a very, very straight lofted drive from the Devdutt Padikkal over long off, and that brings up triple figures for Royal Challengers Bangalore. 102 for 1 now. I was going to look at Gujarat Titans innings. When did they reach 100? ...100 runs in 9.5 overs. So yeah, they are almost an over, or they're around an over ahead of Gujarat Titans now, the Royal Challengers Bangalore. They need 104 of 66. Virat Kohli is on strike. And looking at the worm graphic, both worms were following each other very, very closely. And now RCB's worm has started to separate itself quite a bit, or a bit, from the worm of Gujarat Titans. Rashid Khan given another over, and he darts one into Virat Kohli. It is a bit too short. It is there to be pulled, but there is a fielder out at deep square leg, and Royal Challengers Bangalore are kept to a single now. We are seeing close-ups and replays of Jitesh Sharma, of Devdutt Padikkal now, who is foxed by the second delivery from Rashid Khan. Didn't know what happened there, as Rashid Khan is bowling a googly there. In he comes again, and this time Devdutt Padikkal picks up Rashid Khan, and he picks him up for 6 more runs over long off. 109 for 1. Oh, it was given as a wide. No, it's not. It was not. I'm sorry, I misread the scorecard. Yeah, Rashid Khan was bowling right arm over the wicket to the left-hander Padikkal, and he decided to bowl a googly, and that was right in the arc for Devdutt Padikkal. And this time now there is a wide, and that brings up 110 for 1 for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. In comes Rashid Khan again, and he bowls right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Devdutt Padikkal. This one is on a... It pitches on off, and Devdutt Padikkal goes down on one knee and sweeps Rashid Khan for 6 over... Well, fine leg. It is fine leg for 6 runs. So that brings up the 50 for Devdutt Padikkal. 51 of 20, and Virat Kohli congratulates him to his 50. Next delivery, another single from Padikkal, again into the leg side, and that brings Virat Kohli. Yeah, looks like it's a bit wobbly with the new version of OBS. Don't know what's going on there. Rabada is given a third over. Just 2 singles and a dot ball so far. In he comes, right arm over the wicket, flicked off his toes by Virat Kohli, and he finds the boundary at backward point. He had brought up his 50 with the first single of the over. And Royal Challengers Bangalore look in absolute control at the moment. They lost a relatively early wicket in a Jacob Bethel, their impact sub, which is definitely not what they wanted. As now Virat Kohli brings up the 130 with a 6, flicks an over-pitched ball from Rabada all in the wrist for Virat Kohli, and this one goes over cover, extra cover, and that is 130 for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. I think now the Gujarat Titans are starting to sweat even more than everyone else is doing anyway, because it seems to be very, very hot and moist in Bengaluru. A single back of a length dab to deep third from Virat Kohli now to end the inning, the over. 11 overs gone, 13 runs have come off the 11th. RCB 131 for 1. The current run rate is 11.9. The required run rate is 8 and a third. Virat Kohli 61 of 34 and Devdutt Padikkal 53 of 22. Rabada figures of none for 36 of 3. So an economy of 12. And Royal Challengers Bangalore are relatively comfortably ahead of where Gujarat Titans were at this stage in their innings. And you will have to remember that the Gujarat Titans actually slowed down at the death during their innings. They lost their first wicket, which was who was it? Let me have a look. Shubman Gill, they lost him in the 13th over. And that was the first wicket they lost. And yeah, they couldn't really get going after that. Sai Sudarshan was dismissed shortly thereafter after making his century. But yeah, Holder continues a single of the first delivery to Kohli. Now Holder continues right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Devdutt Padikkal, who plays a pull shot over the delivery, and there is no run. So 132 for 1, the Royal Challengers Bangalore. And Kohli is looking very, very relaxed at the non-striker. Devdutt Padikkal concentrates. Holder comes in and digs one in short. Swivel pulled by Devdutt Padikkal, but there is a fielder at fine leg, and the Royal Challengers take another single. So Holder definitely pick of the bowlers for Gujarat Titans so far in terms of economy, if not in terms of wickets, but they only have one bowler who has taken a wicket, and that is Mohammad Siraj, who has taken one. But Jason Holder has been very, very miserly thus far, an economy of 6, as now Kohli can't get him off the square, and there is another dot ball. But yeah, the rest of the Gujarat Titans, they have conceded quite a few runs, and I mean, I predicted that when the game started that they would bring in Prasidh Krishna as an impact sub, but thus far Krishna hasn't done that much, and even with the impacts up, they have just 3 specialist bowlers in this playing 11. And they had only 2 specialist bowlers in the batting 11 during the first innings, and they only lost 3 wickets, which was kind of weird. Especially given the fact that they really, really slowed down at the death, which is something you wouldn't really expect in such a situation. But be that as it may, Jason Holder has conceded 3 runs, 3 singles of the first 5 deliveries of his second over. Padikkal is on strike. RCB 134 for 1. Final delivery of the 12th is coming up. In comes Jason Holder, right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Devdutt Padikkal. There is an appeal for caught behind from Just Buttler. The DRS timer is ticking down. Is anyone going down? Is going to review that? No, it's a it's a full delivery down leg. Padikkal looks the flick, but I don't think he gets anything on it. If Just Buttler heard anything, it is the outside edge of the back pad, and that is way outside leg. So no chance of an LBW appeal here. So yeah, no one is really going to review that. Rashid Khan is given another over. In he comes, right arm over the wicket and lofted over long off by Virat Kohli. There is Prasidh Krishna, I think, who is stationed a bit too wide to stop that. Can't prevent the boundary. Another 4 for Virat Kohli. He beats Prasidh Krishna at long off. So, Kohli 67 of 38, Padikkal 54 of 25. Do we get to see a second century in the same match? That would be quite amazing. Kohli off strike with a single now. Kohli, who was dropped on naught, and earlier in the first innings there was a very, very harsh call on Suyash, who got hit on the left hand, and so was credited by the scorers with a drop. But I think that was cruel. But crediting Prasidh Krishna, the impacts up for Gujarat Titans with dropping Virat Kohli or not of the first delivery that Kohli faced in the innings. That's more than justified. As Kohli steps away to leg, gives himself room, finds another single towards cover. There is Shah Rukh Khan out there fielding that one. So Kohli back off strike. And Padikkal on 55 of 26 is facing the 5th delivery of the 13th over, bowled by Rashid Khan. And Rashid Khan changes to around the wicket, and Padikkal is looking to dance down the wicket and is beaten by Rashid Khan, and it spins back into his stumps, and Devdutt Padikkal is out, clean bowled by Rashid Khan. 55 of 27 for him at a strike rate of 203.7, and out goes the destructive Devdutt Padikkal. The second wicket has fallen for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, and I think the first wicket for Gujarat Titans fell on the 4th delivery of the 12th over. So yeah, he has to go, and that brings at number 4 the RCB captain Rajat Patidar out into the middle, as Royal Challengers Bangalore are 141 for 2. Do we have a timeout? No, we don't. Let's have a look at the chat. Yeah, if you don't know what's going on, if you are listening to this and you're new, please go ahead and use the YouTube chat. I will read out your social media messages in between overs. And yeah, check out our partners in crime, Guerrilla Cricket. You can find every possibility to listen to them over on the website, guerillacricket.com. If you don't want to miss anything else here, yeah, consider liking and subscribing. In comes Rashid Khan to Rajat Patidar. There is a slip in place. This one is defended out into the offside by Patidar. There is no run, so he remains on naught. Royal Challengers Bangalore 141 for 2 after 13 overs. Virat Kohli will be on strike as Rashid Khan ends his third over with figures of 1 for 36. Kohli is on 69, nice, of 40. And yeah, will we see another century in this match? That would be amazing. Jason Holder is given his third over. He has a very, very good economy rate so far in this match. 5.5, 11 from 2 he conceded. And he comes in, and this one is a wide down the leg side of Virat Kohli. So 4 extras so far in the second innings. As we are seeing replays of Rashid Khan clean bowling Rajat Patidar for the second wicket of the Royal Challengers Bangalore to fall. In comes Holder again, right arm over the wicket, defended straight back towards the bowler, and there is no run. Still 142 for 2. Holder figures of none for 12. Again, replays of the wicket. Yeah. Replays of Rashid Khan's teammates congratulating him. Now he pulls back his length a bit too much, I would say, because Virat Kohli is able to take a very, very small step down the pitch and hammer him over the onside for 6 more runs. 86 meters, this 6 here from Virat Kohli. And now Rashid Khan is getting punished a bit. Most 6s in the Indian Premier League. Gale is still way ahead. Rohit in second place. Kohli is, I think, about 8 or 7 or 8 6s behind Rohit. And now they will have to check if he has hit 2 consecutive 6s. There is the background check, and I think, yes, he has. That is another 6 runs. This time over long off. And Kohli on 81 of 43. And bam. Chopped on, next delivery. Jason Holder takes the wicket of Virat Kohli. Bolt Holder 81 of 44 deliveries. Strike rate of 184.09. And there is shocked silence at the Chinnaswamy. Virat Kohli is not happy with himself. I can't really see how he did that. The My stream is a bit... Currently, it's a bit choppy for that. But it's an 81 of 44 deliveries. So, yeah, he seems to have... It looks like it's a slower bouncer from Jason Holder, and Virat Kohli gets an inside edge over his shoulder back into his stumps. That is, yeah, it looks like it. That's a very, very bizarre dismissal. Anyway, Jitesh Sharma in at number 5 for Royal Challengers Bangalore. In comes Jason Holder, right arm over the wicket, and this one is played back straight towards the bowler, who fields it, and there is no run. But I don't think that Royal Challengers Bangalore are seriously concerned here. They are way ahead. They are way ahead of where Gujarat Titans were at this stage of the innings. In comes Jason Holder, and I think this time Jitesh Sharma is off the mark. Indeed, a pull shot as Holder tries the slower bouncer gambit again. It's not a 6, but a boundary it is. Let's see that again. Yeah, it's again a slower bouncer, and Jitesh Sharma stretches himself to get a bat on that one, high in the air, above his head. But it is 4 runs, so 14 overs gone, 158 for 3. Patida on a strike. To win 48 of 36, Rashid Khan is given his final over and sliced over the offside. I think that is Prasidh Krishna, who is fielding near the boundary. No chance for him to get a fingertip on that one, and Patida is off the mark now. Captain Rajat Patida. His first scoring shot of the innings is a 6, and it is a massive 6 as Rashid Khan floats one, and and Prasidh Krishna crashes into the camera drone, that little RC car with the giant camera on top that drives around the outside of the boundary rope during these IPL matches. Single of the next delivery, and Patida is off strike. Jitesh Sharma back on strike. 4 of 2 for him, while Rajat Patida at the other end is on 7 of 3. In comes Rashid Khan, defended into the offside. Appeal for LBW by both Jos Buttler and Rashid Khan, but I think that's a bit of a tactical review there, or tactical appeal there. No one wants to review that one. And Rashid Khan is in again, and Rashid Khan is gone again. Second 6 of the over of Rashid Khan, this time by Jitesh Sharma. He moves on to 10 of 4, and Rashid has conceded 13 runs of the first 4 deliveries of his final over of the night, and now he beats Jitesh Sharma. Jos Buttler takes off the bails, but no one is appealing for that one because Jitesh Sharma's back foot remained steadfastly grounded behind the crease. In comes Rashid Khan. Cut, and what a catch at point by Sutar. Let's have a look at the replay. he is... Where is he stationed there? It's a bit of a foreshortening situation, I would say. He was looking for a cross-batted shot into the offside. Let's see the replay. In comes Rashid Khan. Oh, it's at cover. Sutar at cover takes an amazing catch. He is inside the circle. It's an impressive reflex catch, and Jitesh Sharma has to go 10 of 6. Caught Sutar, bowled Rashid Khan for 10 of 6. And the 15th over brought 13 runs, 1 wicket for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. They ended on 171 for 4. The current run rate is 11.4 and the required run rate is 7. So, Tim David is coming in at number 6 for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. And in an interesting parallel to the first innings. Now Gujarat Titans have pulled the scoring rate back, and RCB are almost where Gujarat were at this stage in the match. Sutar, who took an amazing catch off the final delivery of Rashid Khan's final over. He is now coming in as the bowler. Some slow left arm from Gujarat Titans. And is there still a twist left in this match? Patidar takes a single of the first delivery. Sutar coming in, left arm around the wicket to the right-handed Tim David. There is a slip in place, but David cuts it along the ground out towards Kagiso Rabada, who is stationed near the boundary. They rotate the strike again. Patidar on strike. In comes Sutar, left arm around the wicket and high into the air from Rajit Patidar, and Sutar has taken his first wicket of the innings. In his third delivery of the innings, Rajat Patidar caught Washington Sundar, bowled Sutar for 8 of 5, 160. The strike rate, and that will be the timeout. Royal Challengers Bangalore 173 for 5. They need 33 runs in 27 deliveries. And I will have a look at the YouTube chat, and it looks like I am up to date there. And I will take a short break. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Krunal is off the mark, can only play out a dot ball. It will be Kagiso Rabada for the 17th. A couple. I hope it's working again. Apparently, as far as I can tell, the update has reset some encoding presets, which is the reason that well, the CPU is there is a stack overflow in the encoding currently. So, well, I can tell you that we have now seen 18 overs bowled. And the Royal Challengers Bangalore need 7 runs off 12 balls now, 12 deliveries. Krunal Pandya has, well, paralleled Jason Holder's performance in the first innings, because he has decided to play a bit of a cameo here of 17 of 8, 199 for 5 after 18 overs. And Krunal Pandya, he is, I think he will be on strike to begin the 19th over. Let's have a look. Yes, indeed. Holder will bowl the 18th. He will bowl to Krunal Pandya, right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Krunal Pandya, bounces him. Krunal looking for an uppercut, misses it. And he is very annoyed with himself and that he didn't get bat on that one. And yeah, now Jason Holder is walking back to his mark, talking to Mohammad Siraj. And now there is a pull shot from Krunal Pandya, and I think they have run for a single. And that means, yes, indeed, 200 is up for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. 6 more runs required. 10 deliveries are left to accomplish that task. Tim David is on strike. He's on 9 of 8, and he will have to face up to 4 deliveries from Jason Holder now in the 19th. Holder resetting the field together with his captain Shubman Gill. Prasid Krishna, we now see, is going to stand deeper in the outfield. I don't know where he is standing exactly, but Tim David is taking strike. They need 6 of 10 now, the Royal Challengers Bangalore. No fielders are in close. In comes Holder, and a bit of a mistimed shot from Tim David into the onside. The bottom hand comes off the bat. There is a fielder out in the deep. They run through for a single. So 5 of 9 required, as we are seeing replays of Kohli, who was dropped on naught by impact sub Prasid Krishna. So in comes Jason Holder, this time again to the left-hander Krunal Pandya. And Jason Holder, who was very, very economical during his first 3 overs, now he is pulling back his length a bit too much, giving Krunal Pandya the opportunity to pull him, and so does Krunal Pandya. There is no fielder there in the deep on the leg side. It flies over mid-wicket and finds the boundary. Final delivery of the match. Is it? It probably is, as Krunal Pandya hooks Jason Holder bouncer for 1 run down to deep fine leg, and with the single, RCB get over the line 206 for 5. And that is that. The Royal Challengers Bangalore beat the Gujarat Titans by 5 wickets. They win with 7 balls to spare. Highlight of the RCB innings is definitely the 81 that the former captain Virat Kohli hit. Devdutt Padikkal with another 50. And after that, third best innings is Krunal Pandya, who remains on 23 not out. Pick of the bowlers is Rashid Khan, who was a bit expensive, but the only bowler to take more than 1 wicket, or take 2 wickets. Mohammad Siraj, Jason Holder, and Manav Sutha with 1 each. But in the end, it wasn't enough. Royal Challengers move into second place on the table, ahead of Rajasthan Royals now. I don't know what it means for the Gujarat Titans. No, they remain in 7th. So thank you very, very much, everyone who was watching. I apologize for some technical difficulties. I think it is the problem was the update that was pushed on me just about 4 minutes before I started the stream. I will go into my settings and see what I can do. But in the meantime, thank you very, very much. Go check out my partners in crime, Gorilla Cricket, over on gorillacricket.com. There you can find all the ways you can listen to Gorilla Cricket. Don't forget to like this live stream. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well. I will continue to cover the IPL on the days when the Gorillas don't. Hope to see you soon, and please recommend me to your friends. If you have anyone in Germany who you want to get hooked on cricket, please consider recommending me. There is a ton of German commentary and content on this channel. And so if you don't want to miss any of the English language IPL commentaries, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, activate notifications. I will generally schedule streams way ahead, or a few days ahead, so you don't get surprised and can adjust your schedule accordingly. So, thank you very much, everyone. And if you want, we will see each other in the very, very near future. Bye-bye.